Well, we are at Woodhaven today, and we have food cooking out on the campfire right now. I think we're doing shepherd's pie. So I stole about a teaspoon of mashed potato before it went into the Dutch oven, which I have right here. So I'm going to show you how to make a really neat candy for a hot day like today. So this is going to be made, put in the refrigerator, and then it'll be nice and cool. But here is about all the mashed potato I'm going to use. And this will actually make quite a bit, okay? Just about a teaspoon worth. So I'm going to put it in my bowl. So what you need for this is you need really no more than probably a teaspoon of mashed potato. And you're going to use powdered sugar, and you're going to use peanut butter. Okay, so it's fairy tale week, so I thought let's pizzazz this up a little bit, because when it's done, it just looks a dough color and it has peanut butter. So I have some food coloring, so we'll have to decide what color we want to make our potato candy. And then if we want to decorate it, I've got all sorts of sprinkles and different colored things, so that's just totally optional. But again, we're going to pizzazz it up so it looks kind of cool. I need some plastic wrap, some wax paper, and then we're going to roll this out. So, all right, the secret is, there's no secret to it. You just start putting in powdered sugar, just a little bit at a time. And what you're going to notice, this is science, I guess, is this mashed potato is eventually, if you see, it's starting to get gooey. Okay, so I'm just going to keep putting in a little bit at a time. And what I want this to eventually do is to make a dough. And as you, I don't know if you can really see that, but see, all of a sudden it's starting to get liquidy. So that means I need to keep putting the more sugar in. Yes, this is going to be a sweet treat. So I'm going to go ahead and mix this up until we about have dough, and then we'll continue on. And actually, as I keep going, you'll be surprised at how much it makes. I think what I need to do now, so let's decide on the color. All right, so I've added, now we're not done, but what I'd like to do is, since we have been out, we did fairy houses earlier, so it was all so pretty out in the woods. So I'm going to take some green food coloring, put a couple drops. So I don't know if you're like me, but I like my candy in all sorts of colors. So I'm just going to mix this, and then we'll get back here in a minute when I got it all ready. Okay, I think we're ready. I did just a smaller version here, but here's our green dough. And we're going to be ready to roll it out. So I've got some of my wax paper down, and just so it doesn't stick, instead of using flour, I'm just going to use a little bit of the sugar. And I'm going to put the dough on it. There we go. There. Get the rolling pin ready, and I think I'll probably just put a little sugar on top. And so we're going to roll this flat. Just kind of press that in. It's interesting on a picnic table with the little spaces in between. But so when it starts to stick like that, we'll just put a little bit more. You'll get that last of the sugar in there. And there's still moisture coming out, so anytime there's moisture, just go ahead and add a little bit more sugar. And you want to get this fairly finished so you can roll it out. Now when it starts to glob like that, then I don't have enough. I'm going to put a little sugar on my rolling pin. Just like you would with flour when you bake, only this way it's sugar. There, that's much better. Okay, so I'm going to roll this out flat, and we'll get going with our peanut butter then. All right, now we've got this rolled out. It doesn't have to be a perfect circle, but we're going to take peanut butter. We've got some new new fresh peanut butter here. So you take a little bit of your peanut butter, and now what you do is you smooth it across the top. Look at those colors. We've got our green for nature and our brown for nature. Great for a fairy tale week, don't you think? Okay. So you can put a lot on, or, you know, kind of your preference. If you really, really like peanut butter, you can put a lot on. I just kind of get it to where it's covering it, because we're going to roll this up in just a minute. There we go. Get out to the edges. All right, so I think that probably looks pretty good there. Maybe a little bit more up in this corner. There. Okay, so we're almost done. So I was trying to decide, we really won't see the inside, so we're going to roll this and then decide what kind of sprinkles we might want to put on top. So this is where it's nice for the wax paper, because what you're going to do then is carefully roll this. And if you have a second set of hands, so maybe I'll have somebody come over here and give me a hand, just because it's really soupy and hot out here. If you can come over on this side, I'm going to have this person kind of hold this up, and then I'm going to roll, because I don't want it to break. And as you do that, that's good, because this will come off the bottom. I've never made this outside before in the humidity, so I'm sure it makes some kind of difference, because it's already kind of gooey on top. So there's a lot of moisture in that little teaspoon of potato, but you can see how much that's actually made. And this is so sweet that probably after about a piece, you'll have had enough, because it's really good. Okay. There we go. So we're just about ready. So I don't know. Let's we'll just make this look like some fun. We'll just sprinkle it on and press these in, maybe. Yeah. This is where everybody can get creative. There we go. What a great looking candy. Okay, so we're not quite done yet. So what we want to do is we want to cut this, but it's not going to cut, it's just going to mush. So I'm going to actually use this paper instead of the saran wrap, and I'm going to go ahead and just roll it like this. And close the ends a little bit. And then I'm going to go take this and put it in the refrigerator for a while. And then when it's good, hard and stiff, we're going to cut it, and then we'll try it. So there you go. Potato candy. So I've gone and gotten our potato candy out of the refrigerator. I left it in there probably an hour since it's so hot outside. So I'm going to go ahead and unroll it. Ooh, look at that. So, doesn't that look really good? And I'm going to just slice it. There, that's good and stiff. The peanut butter has, I'll just eat this little end down here. So, bon appetit. Good on a nice hot day as cold candy. So, there you go, potato candy. All of this was just 1 teaspoon of mashed potato. So, see how much that makes? So, thank you for joining us.